This was meant to be a lively country music festival.
Let's go! I like the snake skin. I like them buckaroos. I like my...
But suddenly, the wind started roaring.
Everybody back! Get back! Back!
Call 911! Someone call 911!
A massive tornado was heading straight for the stage. The fire department rushed out. The scene was already chaotic. Strong winds and heavy rain hit from every direction. Backup hadn't arrived yet. The tornado was only 2 miles away. The lead singer escaped, but others were trapped under the stage truss. No one knew how many were still stuck. Unless they cleared the collapsed stage, rescue couldn't begin. They could only use hand winches and pulley systems. By the time backup arrived, the tornado would be less than 10 minutes away. City alarms blared. Everyone had to take shelter inside buildings. But a little girl's father suddenly collapsed and lost consciousness. A quick check showed he had a rapid heart rate. When they cut open his shirt, they saw his neck veins were extremely swollen. This meant blood couldn't return to the heart. His lungs were struggling to reinflate. They had to release the pressure immediately. Every second mattered. The tornado was visibly growing larger. As the trapped air was released, the swollen veins slowly reduced.
Daddy! He's back in sinus.
Sophia, what happened?
Sir, there's been an accident. You're gonna be okay, but we need to get you inside right now.
Heat scans showed 8 more people trapped under the wreckage. The pulley was ready, but the heavy load burned out the motor. Without a large crane, they couldn't lift the steel beams. The trapped victims screamed in pain. Only 5 minutes remained before the tornado arrived. The command center suggested immediate evacuation. But what about the injured still trapped? The only option now was to lift the metal frame manually. Once the order was given, all team members gathered instantly. Now, time meant life. 1, 2, lift. Even with all their strength, the heavy frame didn't budge. The lead singer saw this and immediately called everyone hiding to come out and help. The rain was cold, but people's hearts were warm. Men and women rushed out to join the rescue. In danger, only unity could save lives. 3, 2, 1, lift, help. Miraculously, the steel frame finally lifted enough to create a gap.
Pull him out! Pull him out! Pull him out!
Then the command center warned the tornado was almost overhead. The captain ordered all civilians to go to the shelter immediately. The team stayed behind to keep checking for survivors. Finally, they found another injured person stuck on top of the stage. The firefighters climbed the ladder, just in time to see a wall of black wind rushing toward them.
Oh God! Yes, we gotta go! We gotta go now!
A bunch of reckless high school students wanted to set a record for the most people riding down a water slide together at once. They jumped in one after another, like gnocchi sliding into sauce. They even thought the lifeguard was blocking them and pushed her in as well. But they had no clue danger was approaching. Because there was no slide mat, over 10 people got stuck midway. The support beams began creaking. The slide was heavily overloaded.
That was so fun. What would you put to say it?
911, what's your emergency?
The royal flush sprung a leak.
When firefighters arrived, several kids were still dangling at the broken opening. 3 had already fallen to the ground and died. They quickly raised a ladder to rescue the kids. With encouragement, they carefully stepped onto the ladder. Most were rescued safely, but one person with a back injury still couldn't move.
Where are you hurt?
Then the support structure shook again.
Somebody slammed into me when everybody fell.
He can still move his extremities, but I feel crepitus near his spine.
You know what crepitus is? You're a pretty good lifeguard. All right, you think you can handle a seat collar?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We may have a potential spinal up here. Why don't you rope down a backboard from the top?
Copy that.
And double time it before this segment falls.
All right, you grab the board. Make sure you don't put any weight on the same space as him.
You hang tight there, buddy. I got you. Just slide it under him as best you can. Gently, nice and easy. All right, can you strap him in? Doing a great job there.
Okay, yeah.
All right, reel him up, you. Reel him up. Slowly, slowly. All right, come on down to me. Taylor, swing.
One firefighter climbed up using only his hands. He jumped to the support beam, grabbed the girl's hand, and pulled her up. Hopefully, they never attempt something this reckless again.
Well, Cat, boy certainly has a flair for the dramatic.
Or he's got a death wish.
Either way, it runs in the family.